Check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we not even gonna even go there.
You're clearly the talented one of the two. If I'm you, I jump ship now. Okay? You gotta do the Sway Lee. Out of there. Peace. 2 fingers. I'm out. Okay? Let her go host her talk show and follow Diddy around on the island, okay?
Y'all, the internet drama is ablaze right now, and y'all got to get in on it because DJ Akademiks has bitten off way more than he can chew. Not only did he get Santana all riled up, but now Diddy just entered the chat, and he is big mad. Akademiks recently came for Young Miami after her album underperformed, and he called her out for being a flop. Well, Diddy was not having it, and he put Akademiks on blast, telling him to keep Miami's name out of his mouth. Diddy really threatened to end Akademiks' career.
Sure, you're a f***ing side chick. Your brand is done. You try to make it like you was the one up. You a side chick. Like, you could get mad, hit Diddy. Diddy call me. Click that phone. Am I talking to you? What am I talking to you?
It looks like Diddy is once again Young Miami's knight in shining armor because he just stood up for her and sent some heavy words to DJ Akademiks for trying to clown her. In case y'all missed it, Young Miami and her fellow city girl, JT, recently dropped their album, Aravid. The City Girls have been making some pretty big moves in the past couple of years, and they always seem to be in the media. People keep talking about them, and they're always at the biggest and hottest events in Hollywood. So you'd expect their album to be pretty successful, right? Well, wrong. The album not only underperformed, but a lot of people consider it to be a flop. The album only sold about 10,000 copies in the first week, which is super low for a group that gets a lot of media buzz and is signed to a major record label. But as you can expect, fans started talking about whose fault it was, and everyone started talking about how Young Miami seems to be sick and tired of the whole rap thing. They claim she isn't putting in as much effort as she should be, which brings up the topic of how people have been saying for a long time that JT needs to go solo because Miami doesn't seem to really want to be in music anymore. They think she is only doing it because she wants to stay famous and knows that music is going to keep people talking. This seemed to be driving a wedge between her and JT. In the last year, fans started noticing some cracks in their relationship, and it was clear as day that there was a lot of tension between them. It seemed like Young Miami wasn't as firmly in JT's corner as she used to be. People started seeing Miami keeping her distance from JT in public. At first, folks were speculating if it had something to do with Miami dating Diddy, thinking that she was on a whole new level compared to JT. I mean, let's face it, Young Miami's connection with Diddy opened doors that JT didn't even know existed. For example, Miami launched her own brand, Caresha Please, where she's selling all sorts of goodies like clothes and merch. She even kicked off her new talk show, Caresha Please, on Diddy's Revolt TV, and to top it all off, she bagged a BET award for it. Now, there were some rumors that Diddy might have pulled some strings for her, but hey, a win is a win. But don't get me wrong, JT isn't exactly slacking. She's been in a solid relationship with Lil Uzi Vert for a while now, securing her own bag. But as I mentioned, Miami's situation with Diddy has opened some bigger doors for her, and there's no denying Miami has more opportunities than JT. But that's not all. Fans noticed that Miami seems to be focusing more on her personal brand, and the City Girls brand doesn't really seem to matter much to her these days. It's like she used the City Girls brand as a stepping stone to build her own brand, and now that she has a name, she's no longer committed to rapping, and doesn't even care enough to pretend like she did. In fact, last year she claimed that she didn't even want to rap anymore, saying, "B*********, I don't even rap no more. I retired." This is where fans started to speculate that the City Girls were splitting up. The rumors got really strong when JT followed the City Girls' official Instagram page. She also had this interview where she kind of hinted that the City Girls were going to break up.
I mean, hopefully, the future of the City Girls can be the City Girls. Mm-hmm. And I pray that our egos does not separate it, or the internet, or a God, or nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? Nothing.
She didn't spell it out all the way, but the writing on the wall didn't look good for the City Girls' future. Now, the rumor mill kicked into high gear when JT dropped the bomb that she'd been going solo in an interview magazine feature. The interviewer spilled the beans, saying, now, with her first EP imminent, JT is looking to make money moves as a solo artist. As she tells her friend and collaborator Kali Uchis, she's going to give it to them raw. Just the fact that she was already talking about herself as a solo artist had fans waving red flags left and right. It pretty much sealed the deal that things weren't going smoothly between JT and Young Miami. What made it even more intriguing was Young Miami's radio silence about the project. That, too, set off more alarms in the fan base. But anyways, they made a shock announcement about a new album, which we definitely didn't see coming. So let's get into how the album's doing. It's been in the works for quite a while now. Remember, they were all set to drop it last year, but then they hit the brakes because Beyonce was also preparing to release Renaissance around the same time. They didn't want their album to flop, so they held off. Now, after over a year, they finally decided to drop the album, and that brings us to this current drama. Like I said, it didn't perform well at all, and there were a lot of negative reviews. DJ Akademiks was one of the first who reviewed it, and he had some very strong words about the album.
The album is on pace to sell between 6,000 and 8,000 units first week. He said the last time they dropped the record, it went double styrofoam, but now we got to go to plastic. They said basically it's like a fast food order. Yo, paper or plastic. Yeah, listen, these two are down horrendous. Now I'm going to be honest with you. We need to hold some of these non-talented, lazy, non-passionate people accountable. City girls are a byproduct of good writers, good people that put image around them, people that branded them the city girls. There's nothing the city girls has actually ever really did.
Now, I know he was talking about the album, but it was clear as day that he was going after Young Miami specifically. I mean, he kept going on, but then he made this bias obvious when he came out to tell JT to dump Young Miami and just go solo because Miami is talentless.
You're clearly the talented one of the two. If I'm you, I jump ship now. Okay? You gotta do the Sway Lee. Out of there. Peace. Two fingers. I'm out. Okay? Let her go host her talk show and follow Diddy around on the island.
I mean, people have been saying this for a couple of months now. JT needs to go solo because she's clearly the better rapper of the two. I mean, Miami herself has said this when she didn't want to rap anymore. But Akademiks was very mean and disrespectful with his words. He could have passed his message across without necessarily being so rude. I feel the reason he did it was because he and Miami have had some bad beef between them, so he takes every chance he can to drag her. For example, last year he cloned Young Miami after Diddy welcomed the baby with another woman. Akademiks said, "Young Miami mad at me for pointing out the obvious. That man had another baby with another woman. You the side chick, so don't get mad now. At least you get hella gifts. Live your life, queen. Also, you tell us your business. Of course we going to comment. Nick Cannon women would never be having a mental breakdown the day when he announces a new baby. I'm just saying, straighten up. Y'all be knowing what y'all sign up for." He continued to mock Young Miami long after everyone had moved on from it, and it was clear that he was out to get her. It was so bad that Diddy had to finally step in to save the day. He tweeted, "Young Miami is not my side chick, never has been, never will be. She's very important and special to me, and I don't play about my shoddy wop. I don't discuss things on the internet, and I will not start today. So think what you want, but know that if you do something to hurt mine, I'm going to come to your house, and we're going to talk about it like human beings." It looks like Diddy is once again stepping in to save Young Miami because an insider claimed that he got in contact with Akademiks and told him to back off and stop making trouble for Young Miami. The insider added that Diddy allegedly threatened to ruin Akademiks' career and end him for good. Even though he still won't publicly claim Young Miami as his own, he still feels very protective of her, especially from people in the industry. Well, Diddy stepping into the situation certainly explains why Akademiks suddenly backed down from the fight when he was determined to drag Miami for days and clown her just to embarrass her in public. Fans dropped their comments on this, saying stuff like, "In my honest opinion, I don't think DJ Akademiks was wrong about his take on the city girls at all. They are flaming out. Their music don't hit the same like it used to. JT should go solo. Karisha kind of holding her back. Them last few albums they put out weren't good. So Akademiks really don't know what type of time Diddy be on. He better hope Brother Love is really all about love right now, and Diddy gets people he don't like whacked. So why don't you keep that industry mess in the industry? Akademiks ain't nothing gangster about you. MF has punked you and made you cry. Go stand toe-to-toe with that smoke and see what you do then." Now, I got to know what y'all think about this situation. Do you think that Diddy did the right thing by stepping in, or do you think that he should have sat this one out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and then check out this next video.